welcome to Cthree Vohm. I know it's been a while since we were last on your laptops, computers and whatever, but that's because our schedules have been like hella busy. But we have got, as you can see here,
a massive overhaul from the convention, the expo. Everyone was fantastic. We got so much to look at, so much to review. We're ready to take us straight into the new year. We might have just finished reviewing all the stuff we've got by the time the next expo happens. But we've literally got so much and so many ideas still left from that we just stuffed over. I also apologise in advance. I do have plague, but I don't think you can get it through the screen. I hope not.
I better not get a computer virus from this. This time we're going to be reviewing the Segatank by Anyvape. I have played around with a Segatank before. This is a new one purely for the review. But let's clear all this stuff off and I'll give you an in-depth guide as to how it all works. So this is the packaging for the Segatank. Fairly minimal, yet nice finish on it. I do have another Anyvape tank which uses a different type of packaging, and I don't think that one looks quite on the professional level that this does. But let's take a look on the inside and we'll show you what the kit comes with. So once you get that infernal plastic wrap off there, this is what you're greeted with. It comes with a single pad of your cotton for the rebuildable deck, because this is actually a RBA. Extra fitting grub screws, some spare O-rings, etc. Instruction manual, but I'm a man. And this is the actual inside of the box. Oh, apparently a few O-rings have fallen out the plastic bag, didn't notice them to start with. But this is your basic design. Spare glass tank, always fucking handy. Because I know several people who break these on a regular basis. And these are the coils it takes if you're using stock coils. Now you may notice that's a very similar design to the Aspire Atlantis coils. That is a deliberate choice. This can take Aspire Atlantis coils, which I think actually speaks volumes for the versatility of that particular design of coil. But let's take this apart and we'll see what the actual internal gubbins looks like. It is a top fill tank, my personal favourite style of filling, and it's got a very nice long thread on it, so leaking has never been a problem for this. This is the black variant. There are, I think, a total of 4 colours: black, red, blue, silver. Oh no, it's purple as well, so it's 5. Sorry. I managed to agree with myself and contradict myself in the same sentence. But this is how much this thing comes apart. Obviously you've got your coil, the base, top cap, and this glass bit can come off this centre mechanism. I think if you push it up like that, yep. So if you break the glass tank, you don't need to replace the whole internals. It all comes apart that much. It's nice that they provide you with a spare bit of glass, because, like I said, I know some clumsy people, and the glass is a decent thickness, so that is going to be pretty hard wearing, assuming you're not as clumsy as, say, me. But it all goes back together really nice and easy. Like I said, that coil design is so used by everyone. I'm surprised they haven't just made that a standard. It's so good. But putting it back together is a piece of cake. There's no tricky screw threads. What I will say though is your airflow is at the bottom here. You can't see it on the side because it's all underneath. There are 4 different levels. There is no 0. So unlike a lot of top fill tanks, it doesn't insist that you close the airflow off completely. I haven't noticed any problems with that personally, but your mileage may vary. So let's fill this up with some juice, and we will see how well this vapes. Okay, so the Segatank is all set up. I've put in a Aspire Atlantis 0.3 ohm coil, because the only ones it came with were a 0.5 and a rebuildable. And one thing I will say, I've changed the drip tip on this, because that's the one it comes with. I think that is a little too narrow for me. I prefer like that size. But that's all personal preference. It's got a nice finish. I like the black band thing. I like the fact it's all colour coded, but just too narrow for my everyday use.
I quite like it.
Yeah.
It's got the Anyvape name on it as well. I mean, that'd probably be one that I would choose. But
I like my chunky ones.
Yeah.
But let's see how this does in terms of cloud and flavour production. We filled it up with juice, if anyone's interested. It is the strawberry juice by McFlavors.
Really good. They won our best, what is it, best
booth.
Best booth.
Yeah.
In show at the expo, which we've got a little blog on Facebook if you want to go and read it. We will be doing an e-liquid review of that coming up soon. It's just one that I'm going to have to do a bit of research on because it's quite interesting.
Yeah, it's a bit different. But we're running this on the Lasimo L1 at 75 watts. Let's see how it does. That is a really nice... Do you want to change to a narrower one?
Yeah, I don't want to give you my plague. That looks quite nice on that.
Yeah, they put a lot of effort into the finish on it. What do you think?
Powerful.
Yeah.
Packs a punch.
They really do. They are actually really good tanks. But before we give our conclusion on this, we've talked about the tank, we've talked about the product. Now let's talk about the company. It's made by a company called Anyvape, and their tanks I like. I do like their tanks. Their sales reps, maybe you might need to talk to them.
That's not saying that we don't like them. In fact, we really like them.
You see, we were at the Vape Expo, and we both bought...
Quite a bit of them, actually.
Yeah, but we both bought one of these. This is the tin that their Cthree tank comes in. As you can see, that's what it's supposed to look like. However, this is Liberty's. From the same stand at the same time, I ended up with this one. Now, there's a lot different here other than the colour.
Which confused us quite a bit at first because we were talking over the internet about them and it's like, well, this one doesn't do this. I'm like, oh, mine does. And what is it, top fill? Yeah, of course it's top fill. And I'm sitting there and I'm showing him, you know, yeah, look, it does. But it's like, there's a slight issue.
The slight issue is, this is not the Cthree tank. This is their other product, the Paratank, a coilless RTA system.
Coilless.
It is actually quite interesting. I will do a proper review on it once I've got to work out how it works. But what we reckon happened is, obviously they were quite busy at the expo, and someone wanted the Paratank, this one, which they also had on stand, in silver. And the people there obviously rushed off their feet, thought, okay, what we'll do, we'll take the silver one out of there, put a black one in it, no one will ever know the difference. At least I thought that's what happened. It actually has the word black written on the side. But the best thing about this, we paid £10 for each of these, the Cthree tank and what ended up being the Paratank. The Paratank retails at $132. Thanks, Anyvape.
Thank you!
Yeah, I'm quite looking forward to reviewing that one. I will get round to it eventually.
I'm looking forward to you reviewing that one because I think the coilless system on that one is going to be very interesting to look
Oh yeah, but going back to our subject, the Segatank, worth a buy? Definitely. I mean, aside from the fact that it gives you a really good flavour, really good clouds, it uses Aspire Atlantis coils, which are now ubiquitous. There are so many tanks that I have that use Aspire Atlantis coils.
So easy to get as well. You can walk into any Anyvape shop and they'll have them.
Yeah.
So if you're getting it for somebody who, you know, is just starting off and wants to use stock coils, very good stock coil to start off with.
And also the colour variants are a massive boon to people as well. Like if you've got a blue mod, you might want a blue Segatank. Of course, I've got a failed black paint job on this, and it looks like I've got a black and silver tank as well. So props to them. Definitely worth a look. If you're interested in this kind of thing, go for it. Totally worth the money.
More information down in the description. And have a look at our giveaway. If you subscribe to the page, you'll be entered into our giveaway. Please do subscribe because we need the subscribers.
Yes, we do. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you again later. Ta-ra.
See ya.